Let's talk about organizing all of those planner inserts. Hey y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com, and today we're going to talk about how I organize all the many different planner inserts that I have. It's a lot for sure. I get this question all of the time, so I thought as I update and clean out my little planner insert section that we could talk through the ways I like to organize. All right, let's go. Okay, so this is the section of my craft room that has my extra planner inserts. And what we have in the top two bins are primarily Keleva Plan inserts. Those are the only other inserts besides the ones I create that I have on hand. And then we have some smaller filler paper situations. And then we get to all of my inserts, which I took a long time to organize last year, but I have a little update that I want to try with this organization to help things out. And then something else I've run into is that I have a ton of covers that I sell and create. These are the samples of those covers, and I need to get those organized. That's Pipsticks. This just needs a little refresh, a little update, and I thought I would bring you guys along as I did that. Okay, step one is going to be move all of the things. I have to just get everything out. Yes, I have to get up on a step stool to get to the highest point in this little shelf system. But once I get everything down, then I'll be able to sort and really see what I have inside the shelves that are holding all of those planner inserts. I actually have pot lid holders. That is one of the tools that I use in multiple places in my craft studio to keep things vertical and organized. And they work really well because you can remove one set of inserts without everything else falling over, which I really, really like. So we're going to leave those there, but everything else is getting cleared out. You know that feeling of things get worse before they get better? So when you empty the shelf, it makes a big mess in your craft studio. Here's what needs to happen. I need to clean out these things. I would love for all of this to fit into one container. Same thing here. I have two containers. I would like for that to fit into one. So that's going to be step one. And then we're going to work on organizing my actual insert samples that I use on a regular basis. The truth is that I receive a lot of product into my studio so that I can share it with you all, so that I can share with you companies and products that I love. And it ends up being too much, like more than I could actually use in a lifetime. So I do end up having to clean things out every now and then. I love Keleva Plan inserts. I love Wrong Wrong. I love Live Love Posh, which is why I continue to share them with you all, because I do believe in the quality of their products and the design. And I think they are all fantastic small companies, but I just can't keep every little thing that I receive. So every now and then I do have to go through, clean out. There are some inserts that I'm keeping that I will be using in different ways, whether or not you see them on my channel. But there are some that I can pass along to probably my Patreon members just to make sure that they are getting used, because I don't want anything to go to waste. I think this is something we all have to do from time to time. Destashing is kind of an ongoing process because there's always influx coming into any craft space, and eventually you're going to have some things that leave the craft space even if they haven't been used to their fullest quite yet. So I'm happy to pass these along to some Patreon members. Okay, progress here. I did not get down to one bin, but I'm going to tell you why. This is the first bin. These are laminated dividers that I created, just pieces of paper that fit in. Everything that is in front of that thing works with, like, these are holiday papers. These are extra sticker sheets, and I just put them in the front so I wouldn't forget about them. Then we have dot grid paper, line paper, just all the different kinds, blank paper, weekly planning. I don't get to these, or I don't use these very often. Oh, I guess maybe I should put the photo pages. Anyway, memory keeping, all of that works. Then this is covers and extra dividers from other companies like Rung Rung and Live Love Posh and Calava Plan. I think I might put my covers in here. That's why that is not totally empty. And then this one was pretty easy to condense down into one with these half-page sheets. So that is good. I'm going to move them out of the way, and then we're going to start talking about the other many planner inserts that I have. Okay, so this is how I have most of my planner inserts organized. I have a cover. A lot of times it's just an old cover that I was experimenting with, or just an old Happy Planner cover. And I labeled the front, what's inside. And then when you go inside, you see old dividers from the Happy Planner that are labeled with what is behind that divider. And that's how I find my inserts, which works pretty well, keeps them safe. I kind of like keeping inserts on discs because I think it keeps them a little bit nicer. But here's the problem. When everything is lined up in the cabinet like this, I can't see what is in, and I have to like pull out each one until I find what I'm looking for. So here was my thought. I ordered these from Amazon, and these are those like keychain things. Let me get it open here. You know, the little keychain labels? Well, I thought, what if I used a keychain label and attached it to here so that I could label this and see what was inside that particular book. So when they're all on the shelf, I would be able to tell a little bit easier what was in what. So that's the plan. That's what I'm going to do. I may have to reorganize where some of these are located, but we're going to start working our way through this stack and the venti size, the big size, so that I can easily see what is in each of these. And so I think it'll stay a little bit more organized, or at least be a little bit easier to access when I'm pulling out blank sheets. That's the problem. When I'm trying to find a blank sheet and finding what I'm looking for, it gets a little bit frustrating. Okay, so I got my label maker. I always get asked, this is the P-Touch Embellish. For these keychains, I'm going to use the little silver chains. You guys know these things. So I'm going to do like the silver chain through the disc. The discs that I'm using are just old Happy Planner discs that I had in my stash from back in the day. Some of them are mismatched, which is totally fine. We're going to put on, these are always a little temperamental, you know what I mean? We're going to put it on like this. Then see, it'll have, yes, I'll still have to like look, but instead of pulling them out, I think that'll be a better solution. So let me try that, and let's get going on this part. Was this a very tedious job? Yes, it was. It turns out I don't have labels on the front of all of these, which is fine because really the label on the tag is going to do the job for me. Getting all of my inserts into extra covers and extra discs. I did that last spring before we moved to Texas to get everything organized, and that was a haul. Sometimes the best things you can do for your craft space, they're going to be tedious. I don't have a quick fix for you. Getting all of these onto discs and labeling dividers and doing it like that was super important to me. I still have things. I would love it if all of the discs matched. I would love it if all of the covers matched, and those might be things that I do in the future. But projects like this, they're time consuming, and there's really no getting around it. That's where I am at in my organizing journey. I'm at what I would call a micro organizing stage. I have zones mapped out. I have most things in my space pretty well organized on a macro level, on an upper look level, like a big picture. But when I dig in, that's when I really need the micro organizing, which is what I'm doing right here. And micro organizing for me has a lot to do with easing the functionality of the space. Yes, I have a spot for everything, but is it in the perfect spot? Is it in the most functional spot? Am I able to find what I'm looking for quickly? That's what I'm kind of figuring out at this point, now that I've been here about 8 months. Okay, I'm not quite done with the organizing. I still have covers and dashboards, but I want to go ahead and start putting a few things back up here so I can figure out where the covers and dashboards can go. So that's what we're going to do now. I'm kind of pretty excited about the labels, which probably sounds a little silly. I think they're going to help a lot though, fingers crossed. So let's go ahead and put them back, move some things around, and see how this goes. This is giving you a closer look at those pot lid holders that I was talking about. I always get them, the ones that are straight up and down. You can buy pot lid holders that are like at an angle for if they're being attached to the inside of a cabinet door. These straight up and down work really well in the craft room. I do need to make a few adjustments for shelves here to make sure my venti inserts fit nice and easy. But you can see these are just old Happy Planner covers, old discs, and oh my goodness, why did I not do this keychain thing earlier? This is just, it's perfection. It makes it so easy. This is how I need to be labeling all of my planners. My old ones that are, past planners should probably be labeled with the date. And these are things, this is a thing I should have done a long time ago. So I'm glad I took the time to get it done now. And I love what it looks like. And I can just simply glance over to my left while sitting at my desk and find exactly what I am looking for. All right, I'm going to get all of these things put into place, and then we got some more organizing to do. Okay, there are a couple of different ways that I have organized covers in the past. Sometimes I keep them on rings. In this case, I'm not going to. I'm just sorting them by size. Some of them are older covers that have faded, or they were prototype covers that weren't the true colors that I ended up ordering. So I'm getting rid of those. We're keeping the ones that are actual samples of what I have in my shop. We're going to get all of those organized into a container. And then I also need a space for dashboards, which I am loving as well. These probably should be on discs, but that's going to have to be a project for another day because I don't have that many extra discs. All right, let's get a few things organized. Now, whenever you're figuring out the height of where items should go, the items you're using least often need to go the highest. So that's where I put the extra planner inserts. They're going to go all the way up top because I only grab for them once every few months. The covers in the middle, and then you have the half sheets of paper right under. Those are the ones I grab a little bit more frequently because often I'm using a half sheet to make a list on the go. I, pop a couple in my planner, that type of thing. I'm going to put the half sheets back there, and then I need to find a container to put the dashboards in. So once I find, yep, that'll work. We're going to organize the dashboards. We'll put them right there. Again, those should probably be on discs, but that's okay. All right, last few items here. I need to get my stickers organized. And then while I was standing here, I decided to shift things around on this board. Let's reposition these to hang up high so that they're not like in the way of getting to the inserts. And once that's done, this area doesn't look a lot different, but it feels completely refreshed and lighter, and I'm pretty darn pumped about it. Okay, here is the final product. I am really pleased with it. So all the planner inserts up top, that's not something I pull very often, so that'll work just fine. Then we go into covers, all kinds of covers, my own and other companies. Then we go into half page plus dashboard. And finally, we get to planner inserts, which these, you guys, I feel like are going to be a game changer. To just be able to go and look real fast to grab the book that I'm looking for. Why have I not done this sooner? Like that's silly. I'm so glad I got that done. Cleaned out a little sticker. This is my little Pip Sticks moment, my fun with stickers. And then down low, still a work in progress, but I was even able to clean up my magnet board right there, moved some of my badges. I'm pretty happy with how this whole area is feeling now. So thanks for coming along on this little organization journey. I hope you found something that is inspiring you, or at least encouraging you to get all those inserts in order and organized, because then you can use them more and enjoy them. And that's the whole point of any of these organization videos, is to actually use your supplies and enjoy your stash. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider hitting that subscribe button as well as the bell notification button. And a huge shout out to my Patreon crew. You all are the absolute best. I'm glad I got my inserts in order because we are gearing up for Planner Camp with a Twist this June. It is not too late to join us, so head on over to patreon.com/ScrappyWife to find out more. All right, I hope that you have a fabulous day, and as always, keep it creative.